Hey, welcome back. Just before the top of the hour, 1 Eastern here in New York. Dow Jones down 50. Bitcoin also down 50. I think this will probably be a light week. And on a light week, you bring in a heavyweight to come in and knock you out for the end of the show. And Frankie's here to devolve the show into an attack on me.
There's no attacking. There's no attacking. It's an attack on inaccuracy. It's an attack on misstatements. It's a war for truth. So let me correct a few things that John has said incorrectly throughout the program. But let me update you briefly on a couple of breaking news stories that we've been following all afternoon or all morning. One has to do with Vice President Mike Pence. He was scheduled to give a speech in New Hampshire today. And depending on who you believe, either right before the plane was about to land in New Hampshire or midair in the sky between D.C. and New Hampshire, Air Force Two was called back to D.C. Now, a White House official is saying that that's not the case, that the plane never left D.C. So depending on who you believe, either the plane was called back midair or it never ended up leaving. Now, here's what we've been told. We've been told it's not related to national security, it's not related to the president's health, and it's not related to the vice president's health. But here's what's raising a few eyebrows and has many of us wondering. Right around the same time, Vladimir Putin canceled a scheduled appearance, and evidently he's meeting with his defense minister. This has some people wondering if this is tied to the fire on a Russian submarine this morning, which resulted in the deaths of 14 sailors. Now, that was an unarmed submarine, so it was not a warcraft at all. But that is a pretty interesting coincidence. Even more interesting when you take into effect that it's also being reported that the Security Council of the EU Commission is also being called into session. So you have three things happening at once that we're all keeping an eye on. We don't know very much beyond that. The other story that's broken within the last hour or two is that the House Democrats are actually suing the White House, the Treasury Department for the president's tax return. So we'll see how that goes. Any thoughts on any of that?
I mean, you may see from time to time that I have my Trump pen that is so offensive to some. You may see I'm like writing, but with this whole stuff that was going on, I wasn't writing. This is what I wrote. Look at that. Isn't that a nice doodle? You got to be honest there. I mean, sometimes you got to let the doodling get some creativity out of you.
If John were to do a little more listening and reading instead of doodling, perhaps he would not have made the following misstatements. In the Mix It Up segment with Richard Roth and Robert Hornak, John, you indicated that President Obama passed several bills that resulted in the current detention centers we have now. Presidents do not pass bills. Congress does. So presidents can sign bills into law. Presidents don't pass anything.
I remember this from when I was a kid, the cartoon. I'm just a bill.
That's right.
Yes, I'm only a bill.
That's right.
And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
We got to get that one. I like that.
Good. The other story, the other misstatement that you made is you referred to the folks that were celebrating Pride Week last weekend here in Manhattan as the LGBTIQ community. That is completely inaccurate. They are the LGBTQIA community.
The QIA?
Yes.
I don't know anything about the A. I just heard about the I. Yes. Okay, and I'm trying to be representative of all our audience. And for those of you who don't know, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer
questioning,
and now they've added the I into the acronym for intersex. And I don't know what the A is.
And the A stands for allied. Now, the good thing is, at the rate that they keep adding letters to this, pretty soon it's going to encompass everybody.
We'll just do
so
A,
we'll be
B,
united.
C, D. Oh, I got all the songs down today. It'll be the whole alphabet soon. But hey, if the alphabet is encompassed in the rainbow flag, we're waving it
tomorrow.
Right here on Liquid Lunch because all voices are heard. We had Brandon Strzok on, a homosexual male, Democrat his whole life, and he's been kicked out of his LGBT IQA group for now supporting Trump. So not that many mistakes for me today. You had a couple, and I'm talking to the team about doing a flip out on Frank Fridays, where I flip the script on him and correct all his mistakes. But who knows? He's the best guy around. I couldn't even be here without him. I couldn't be here. We couldn't be here without you. Tune in again tomorrow, 12 to 1, same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks for watching. Liquid Love.